Meet Lydia Trueblood, Idaho's very own Dark Widow. She had a thing for weddings and an even bigger thing for funerals. With 7 husbands and a graveyard full of questions, her story is as chilling as it is shocking. But before we unravel the mystery, let's go back to where it all started. Lydia was born in 1892 in Kearney, Missouri, second of 11 kids. 11! That's not a family, that's a soccer team with substitutes. Her family later moved west to Twin Falls, Idaho, lured by land, water, and opportunity. But Lydia? She had dreams bigger than potatoes and peas. She wanted class, travel, and silk, not dirt under her nails. And she was ready to do whatever it took to get it.
By 19, she wasn't chasing romance. She was chasing a way out. So, she married Robert Dooley, a local farm boy. They had a daughter, Lorraine, and moved in with Robert's brother, Edward. It was a cozy little trio on a dusty ranch. Until it wasn't. In 1915, a dark cloud parked itself over the family. Edward, the brother-in-law, suddenly died of acute food poisoning. Just weeks later, baby Lorraine passed, reportedly from contaminated well water. And then Robert, the husband, died of good old typhoid. 3 deaths, 1 house, 1 survivor, Lydia. Now, here's the kicker. Each of the men had life insurance. Combined, Lydia collected the modern equivalent of over $130,000. That's a lot of lace and perfume for a young widow. But tragedy didn't make her quit love or life insurance.
In 1917, Lydia married William G. McCaffell, a car salesman. They moved to Montana. In 1918, during the Spanish flu pandemic, William died. The flu was a decent alibi. But plot twist, William hadn't paid his insurance premium. No payout, Lydia got zilch, just grief and an empty purse. Cue husband number 3, Harlan Lewis, another car salesman. Is this a type? She married him in 1919. 4 months later, he died of gastroenteritis. Doctors called it a stomach bug. Maybe bad stew. Or maybe Lydia had figured out how to slip a little something extra into the soup. Still no one connected the dots. By 1920, she married Edward Meyer, husband number 4. This time they moved to Idaho's beautiful Snake River Valley. Picturesque, serene, full of pine trees, and poison. Within weeks, Meyer fell violently ill after dinner at a friend's house. He landed in the hospital and was improving until Lydia visited. Hours later, he took a turn for the worse. He died on September 7th, 1920. His cause of death? Typhoid. Again. Because why change a winning formula? But this time, people started whispering. Meyer had been well-liked. His friends and neighbors pushed for answers. Doctors ran tests. And what did they find in his body? Arsenic. Enough to kill a horse. That was the moment everything changed. Investigators took a fresh look at Lydia. They exhumed the bodies of Meyer, Robert and Edward Dooley, baby Lorraine, and both William and Harlan. What did they find? Arsenic in the men. And her daughter's body, oddly well preserved. Also, a red flag.
Arsenic slows decomposition. A poisonous double whammy. And just to tie things off, arsenic was found in Lydia's kitchenware. Like her actual pots and pans. Meanwhile, Lydia had moved on, literally. She'd relocated to Los Angeles and married husband number 5, Paul Southard, a U.S. Navy man.
Here we go again.
And when police issued her arrest warrant, she was sipping pina coladas in Hawaii, living her best post-murder life. She was extradited back to Idaho in 1921 and tried only for Edward Meyer's death. Prosecutors focused on that case because the evidence was strongest. The arsenic, the insurance, the timeline, and a shopkeeper's testimony that Lydia had bought loads of arsenic-laced flypaper. Flypaper back then was soaked in arsenic.
People figured out they could steep it in milk and extract the poison, because humans are horrifyingly inventive. The jury convicted her of second-degree murder. She was sentenced to 10 years to life in the Idaho State Penitentiary. You'd think the story ends here. But nope. This is Lydia we're talking about. She became a model inmate, smiled, charmed, flirted, and convinced a prison guard to sneak her a saw and some bed sheets. Seriously, a saw for crafts. 1931, just months before she was up for parole, Lydia sawed through her window bars, tied the sheets together, and escaped. Full Shawshank. She fled to Denver under the name Fern, got a housekeeping job, and seduced a rich man named Harry. Guess what?
No.
They got married.
Not again.
Husband number 6.
Harry's mom thought something was fishy. She died mysteriously, and Lydia, she proposed a life insurance policy for Harry, just in case. Big red flag. Eventually, a jilted ex-accomplice from her prison break ratted her out. Police found Lydia in Kansas, now with black hair and gold front teeth, like she was in disguise for a 1920s rap video. She was arrested and sent back to prison. But it doesn't end there. In 1943, Lydia was pardoned. Yes, released. Despite everything, people wrote letters supporting her. Some believe she was misunderstood. Others were probably under whatever spell she cast on every man she met. And then, she married again. Husband number 7, Hal Shaw. He vanished. Vanished. No body, no note, nothing. With Hal gone, Lydia moved back to Idaho briefly, where people were less than thrilled to see her. She didn't stay long and ended up in Salt Lake City, Utah. There, on a random grocery run in 1958, Lydia Trueblood dropped dead of a heart attack. Probably in the dairy aisle. Her body was buried under a fake name, Anna Shaw, far from the headlines and the husbands. And that, dear listeners, is the wild ride of Lydia Trueblood, the woman who made arsenic chic and widowhood a recurring hobby. So, was she just a product of a hard era for women? Or a gold-digging serial killer with deadly charm? Whatever the answer, if someone offers you stew and fly papers on the shopping list, maybe pass.